is the nightmare of Eleanor being replayed here. At least they could have given me advance notice.
The guys who went to investigate the Titans are
Hey,
said to be missing.
have you seen that
Something
Dwemer giant that
terrible must be
appeared just
happening.
offshore yet? I don't know either. The Imperial soldiers in the Thalmor went to investigate, but they've been missing since. No one heard from the Solitude Navy since they sailed off, claiming that they'd defeat the giant, either. Something terrible must be going on. Not to invite anything with just talking, but maybe it's for the best to get out of Skyrim as fast as you can. Oh no, I'm a true Nord. I wouldn't abandon my home village because of one Dwemer giant. Go to Solitude Lighthouse. My summoner wants to talk to you about the Dwemer giant.
I should have said no to the transfer to Skyrim. 100 GPD pay raise isn't worth it. This is bad. This is bad. I never heard of this happening. Headquarters knew about this.
Evacuate Solitude as soon as possible.
Everyone calm down. The court magician will do something about it. It is also magic.
Right on time. We're still on schedule for now. Quick question. Do you like playing a hero? A lighthearted approach. Are you this confident, or are you just a clown? Either is fine with me. I need your help to banish Numidium, which appeared off the coast of Solitude, from the current present. Our success rate has been low so far, but I have a feeling it will work with you. Will you lend me your help? That thing collapses time all around it, and on such a scale that even the Psijic Order cannot repair the damage. I've been sent to the here and now to recruit you to prevent something similar to the warp in the west from happening. I erect the spine of gratitude, then this time, let us succeed together. This is the 484th attempt. All the others have been failures. Remember, there's not much room for more tries left anymore. These events will be set into stone even beyond fate. Any attempts to switch fate lines will become meaningless. The Right Master says that once we succeed, we can use that as a base from which to make corrections. In theory, there is still hope. Lokir? Oh, that's just a DAc0da I summoned. I gave him orders to assume a form you'd be familiar with. Is something wrong? Did he show up as a dead family member or a loved one? If so, excuse the insult. I erect the spine of apology once more. Perhaps you've had a strong impression of that Nord. Maybe you've seen his death, for example. It's an artificial god created by the Dwemer in the First Era. Scholars believe it was the cause of the Dwemer extinction. The Numidium was used twice before in the past. Once during the Tiber War in the Second Era, and then again during the Warp in the West in the Third Era. Although this is only speculation for now, we Psijics believe the Numidium here is a remnant from the Warp in the West. The Right Master personally asked the Daedric princes for help, but they refused. They'd rather sit this situation out. Perhaps they decided that it was more practical to move on to the next Kalpa than to fight the Numidium. Or perhaps the Numidium is powerful enough to endanger even their very existence. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. This is what Zurin Arctis said. The Psijic Order determined that you have the aptitude for this, and this is why I now stand before you. Yes, and it's quite a shame. Fate never seems to take into account the personality and character of its central figure. You can thank our series of repeated failures for that. I've decided this is for the best. We know that the time breach causing it to spread its influence is located inside the Numidium. Our mission is to break into the Numidium, close the breach, and help the Jills correct time. Female dragons tasked with fixing the flow of time. I know of them only in passing. We're all doing all we can to slow down the spread of the Numidian effect. The whole island of Artaeum is in an uproar because of this incident. Even the Right Master himself is running corridors of the Separa Tower. I see you've memorized all the basic information. Then let's get going. If you want to swim, that's fine by me. But right now, time is of the essence, so we'll take the portal. Beyond the portal lies a stormy sea. I'll place an enchantment on you so you'll be able to walk on water without the fear of drowning. We must get as close as we can to the time distortion zone caused by the Numidian effect. From there, you're on your own. Time is unstable around the Numidium. I cannot say with any certainty what will happen, but I'm sure you'll be fine. If I am not at the other end of the portal, head to the Numidium on your own. I'll leave a marker at our meeting point. Now, the portal is open. Enter when you're ready.
It was nice to have swum this far, but where to go from here? What's wrong with you? Don't show up behind me so suddenly, you fool. You have no manners. You'd be surprised too if I jumped up behind you out of the blue. Yes, you should have introduced yourself and asked me if you could come in. I am a man, not a blushing maiden. I'm not so shy that I'd get flustered if someone saw a bit of my skin.
Domo. I am Akashiya Samon, a dragon guard serving under His Majesty Riemann. I thank you for your politeness.
What backwater are you from that you've never heard of His Majesty Raymond? He is the true Dragonborn. We, the Dragon Guard, protect him and hunt down those dragons that are his sworn enemies. Do you really not know that? You may be ignorant, but at least you have manners. I'm sure your parents are fine people to have raised you this way. We were caught in a storm during our expedition to Skyrim, but fortunately a golden dragon flew above us and through the storm. I thought it would be a great honor to hunt such a majestic dragon, so I jumped into the sea and chased after it. And then I found myself washed up in this ship graveyard. Thank you for your kind words. It is a great honor to be a dragon guard after all. Sayonara.
Oh, what bother! There are not enough guests. I can't very well start a cheese party without guests, can I? Ha! What's with you? I didn't send you an invitation. Anyone uninvited can just turn around and leave. The Totem of Tiber Septim. I promised it we'd have cheese after work. It must have been toying with me, putting work before me. Is this what love affairs are like? Sweet and sour apple. You don't agree? Yikes! Now it tastes like a shriveled mushroom. Adding some chopped garlic would make it delicious. Really? Really? Then why didn't you say so sooner?
This is the Thras and Urvor Kus Alliance fleet. Be not afraid. We have prepared a hot meal and a place to sleep for you on the Sload floaters. There is no need to freeze to death out here. The latest Vicn therapy can treat any injury. Why not come with us and be reborn? This is the Thras and Ulvorkus Alliance fleet. Are you feeling troubled? Discover a new you and become a mind shaper with the help of DAc0da's psychotherapy. Are you looking to escape fear and pain? Our mind magic can free you of all that ails you. This is the Thras and Ulvorkus Alliance fleet.
The opponent is a Sload. I don't want to dirty my blade with that slime. What to do? You're in the right place. Let's talk a bit. A gnarled, slimy Sload. Looks like the 3 brainwashed slaves around it are its guards. Wait, don't be in such a hurry. Why don't we fight them together? The fight will be easier, and one can keep their blade cleaner. I'm glad we could agree this quickly. Then let us go to battle. I'll leave the Sload to you.
Hey, DAc0da. What in Oblivion is going on? This one isn't under the influence of mind magic.
A person resistant to mind magic or a simpleton. We'll take care of them nonetheless. Just watch.
Rice is mine!
It's the Doom-driven. Prepare to retreat.
What? Stop! Where are you going?
Ian's right.
Hey, wait! Let me inside that barrier too. What are you saying is I can't deal with that monster.
Just get rid of them. And be careful not to damage the body too much. We're in our hands. Wait, let me make you a deal. I promise you freedom and a long life. Just kill them quickly.
Hey, Meat Brain! Over here! Don't be scared. I'm just a rogue skull. Here we go again, Meat Brain. Do you remember how many times we've had this conversation already? My time perception isn't linear. I can easily tell when and where exactly you are. I'm just here to deliver a message to you and then I'll be on my way. Especially because the walk brass is starting to get a bit antsy. All right, you, the Meat Brain, are walking on linear time, so you can't recognize yourself standing right next to yourself. Well, I got a memo spore from our lizard friend. I'm going to open it now. I'm going to let the memo spore play out now, or should I explain how to open your eyes first?
Our meeting point lies at the foot of the Numidium, but it is impossible to approach at this moment. Something is blocking our time travel. Something powerful sits at the meeting point. It must have stepped out of the time breach. I cannot tell from here what exactly it is, but I need you to eliminate it to continue.
There. I'm leaving before the walk brass decides to nope me out of existence. See you later, Meat Brain.
this soul. I will never forget it. Shameless, without a shred of conscience, yes. You are Hjalti, Hjalti Early Beard. Let this sight sink into your mind. This is all your fault. You are to blame for this. May you be damned, cursed until the end of time. My old friend, the serpent at your feet, has finally caught up with you. My heart.
Looks like we made it in time. How is it going? I have no more idea than you. Time is too distorted in this area. The histories say that the Underking died during the warp in the west. I wonder, is this Numidium from the Third Era? I've had the displeasure of meeting a sarcastic Imperial battlemage named Abner Tharn. Yet another bad memory for me. He may be a skilled mage, but his personality is, well, it would be much simpler if we simply gave up on that family. We know that the main time breach is located inside the Numidium. If we can get close enough, we should be able to use the portal to get inside. However, the distortion caused by the Numidian effect is spreading much faster than expected. It is too difficult to teleport accurately right now. It's possible to do so, but there is a high possibility that both our bodies and souls would be torn apart. We shouldn't take such risks. There is a great time breach forming, both in the west and in the east. Go and close at least one. Either one is fine. The time distortion should be smaller then, and we should be able to create a safer portal. It's safer to close both of them, but we don't have much time left. Just get rid of anything that doesn't fit this time period. If the end result matches the present, the time breach will shrink on its own. All right then.
Hey, you. What in Oblivion are you doing here? This is my room. Can't you knock at least? Perfect. You're just in time. And the next time you say something this asinine, I'll kick you out. What is this? Some kind of Nord humor? It's so brainless, it's appalling. Now turn around and leave. Don't look at me like a wet puppy. Well, fine. It's storming outside. Get some rest and then get out. You don't even know who I am. I have nothing to discuss with someone this ignorant. I don't owe you any answers. Stop talking to me. I've got nothing to say to you. I'm just thinking. Now I'm begging you, just shut up. 5-year-olds are better listeners than you. Fine, fine. I'll answer your question. Unless you're as dumb as a brick wall, you can sense that there are great breaches in time forming in the east and west. I may be responsible for the formation of the western breach. This is why I'm preparing. Now enough of this. Unlike you, I have no time to waste. I will not be returning here. Do what you want with this place.
You there, come join me. No armor is equal to the shell. I am grateful for your assistance. On behalf of the Republic of Hod, I thank you. No wonder the surface people don't know about it. After all, it's an underwater state located near the Delos Isles of High Rock. I am Yukbar, a member of the Templars of Hod, led by Mankar Hull. I am looking forward to working with you. Mankar Hull is the most beloved of the Jailer King Maztiak, or Arcane. He will be the one who will shake off the corruption of the Vermai and bring the light of dawn to the bottom of all seas. The Sload stole the Nemelikite made during transport to the Emirates of Nod. They're planning to use it for something evil. My mission is to retrieve the stolen Nemelikite and stop the Sload's plans. However, all of my troops had been wiped out, and only I survived. I cannot expect reinforcements in this storm, but I do not intend to abandon my mission either. I'm going up against the Sload, even if on my own. It's a memory that's been dissolved in water and then crystallized. It's a useful ore from which lost knowledge can be extracted, or you can just use it as a handy lamp. But when it's unstable, it reacts to the perception of mortals by turning memories into existence. It can result in a catastrophe if handled incorrectly. It's a giant Nemelikite crystal of high purity. They say it's a relic of the El Nofi War, which occurred during the Dawn Era. Dervish, the hero of Hod, recovered it from the ancient El Nofe city, which sunk in the southern part of the Eltheric Ocean. Lord Mankarhul says that the stone remembers the old Aldmaris, but we do not know if that is true. If we had been able to examine the crystal in the research facilities of Nod as we planned, we would have been able to find out much more. The Sload use live gas bags called floaters to transport supplies through air. You'd call them airships in your language. The Nemelikite made was transported by a floater too, and should be on its way to the Sload capital by now. That's where I'll be heading. But the sea is too rough to swim, and the land path is blocked by all the DAc0da eggs. What should I do?
Ladies and gentlemen, you seem to be in trouble. Let the great mage Vanus Galerian help you out.
What is that, a turtle?
Come now, stay away from danger. Let my powerful, wondrous magic pave the way.
Do you know that turtle? What power? That turtle must be a famous mage. I'm fine. I have this shell. A scratch like that will heal in no time at all. The way is clear, and I intend to go on, but I've done a lot of fighting before getting here. I'll rest here for a bit, take care of my weapons, and replenish my supplies. You've saved my life. Feel free to take whatever you want.
My friend, I have now repaid you for your earlier kindness. Do not hesitate to rejoice. It's an imaginary undersea state in the vicinity of the Deliz Isles in High Rock. From what I've heard, it's a joke made up by the First Hold's orrery keepers. But if a rational drurch like Yukbar says it's not a fantasy, then it must truly exist. I'm surprised too. We know less about the deep waters of Nirn than we do about Oblivion and Aetherius, so it's perhaps not so surprising if something like this truly does lurk down there. Ah, I do apologize for that. I've forgotten I haven't used any truly powerful magic since I took on this turtle form. It seems that turtles possess a higher magical aptitude than I thought. I am surprised too. This was more powerful than I expected it to be. The magic I just released consumed more magicka than I expected. I must rest for a while. But I have a plan. You go on ahead and start thinning out the Sload forces as much as you can. While you have the Sload's attention, I will board one of their floaters and gather information from the inside. You're called Yukbar, I think. It's been a long time since I've spoken with a rational drurch.
It seems that my people caused you some trouble. Most of the drurch living above the surface have either abandoned civilization entirely or are outcasts, driven from their original lands.
I am Vanus Galerian, the greatest and most famous mage in all of Tamriel, though I am now a turtle for some reason. We are trying to thwart the Sload's plans. Will you fight with us? The more friends we have, the better.
It would please me to do so. From now on, consider Yukbar, a Templar of Had, to be under your command.
I look forward to working with you. Together we will crush the Sload's ambitions.
Looks like you've gone on a bit of a rampage. I've had a much easier journey thanks to the Sload all focusing on you. I was simply curious to see the face of the fool raging against the Sload, and all I got was disappointment. Stop with this disgusting puppy imitation. I'm sick and tired of your humor. Just get away from me. Someone better than you. I thought it might be them, but you're the one who showed up instead. Disappointing. The road ahead is overgrown with seaweed and poorly visible. What's the matter? Go on, or do you need a babysitter?
Sload those miserable blasphemers against Arcane. Don't make too much noise, or he will notice you. It's a augur and a landwalker spliced together with Sload necromancy. It could be considered a sort of chimera. One such chimera wiped out my entire unit. Even one of them is a very dangerous opponent. This one has lost one arm and is already beginning to fall apart. It must have been a failure, but we can never be too careful. Understood. I will pull on Maztiak's chain and fulfill my duty. I found a survivor, but his wounds are deep. Are you versed in restoration magic? Oh, that's good. You should heal him as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You've saved my life.
The floater's security. That was a great distraction. Now come here. I must share the information I got from the floater with all of you. My friend, let us stop and talk about the information I've just received. I interrogated the floater crew, but they didn't know the plan. Must have been just some disposable pawns. We still don't know what they're really planning. But I'll say this, we're getting steadily closer to the truth. The ideology of the Sea Dweller, such as the Drurch, differs quite substantially from ours on land. It's close to Vivec's ideology, but not quite the same. Vivec argues that to exist is to be perceived. Conversely, in the Drurch world, perception is the beginning of existence. Mnemolychite considers perception to be the catalyst that defines existence, rather than perception being a simple byproduct of existence. They moved the highly pure Mnemolychite from the Sload capital to a small island to the northwest. The Sload are about to perform some kind of ritual there. They're clearly planning something awful. We must go to that island and stop the Sload as soon as possible. This cave seems to be a dumping ground for Chimera experiments. We could break into the Sload's research facility through the ventilation holes. I took a Sload bio-key from the floater. We should be able to enter the facility with this. Once we're inside the research facility, I want you to cause chaos again. I'll use that opportunity to uncover the Sload plans.
Team Namalakite as a template. Everything is a reproduction of something else, but there is no original to be found. They're performing experiments by splicing their captives and DAc0da there. Some abominable creatures must be roaming that facility. Proceed with caution there. According to Master Vanus, it's already been moved from the Sload capital to another location, but we still don't know why. However, it's clear that the Sload are working with necromancers and will use the Namalakite in some evil ritual. We must stop them.
You've saved my life. Stendar willing, I will repay this favor.
It's rather noisy up there. Is it your companion who's making all that ruckus? I can tell from the way he moves that he's no ordinary mage. He may be talented, but he's short-sighted. He wanted to sneak in like a skeever, but you and your friend there caused too much ruckus. Unnecessary. If you are truly sorry, then go ahead and get rid of everything you just attracted. Even you should be able to do that. I will never forget that stench of decay. It must be that man who spread it so much in Cold Harbor.
Ah, a survivor. By the way you're dressed, I'd say you're an Imperial soldier. I am Vanus Galerian, the Great Mage.
Vanus Galerian. I've heard he was a haughty augur, not a turtle. Well, that's just great.
True, I am now stuck in this form for some reason, but my magical powers have not diminished in the slightest. I'd say they have even increased. We are now working on thwarting the Sload's plans. Would you be willing to help us?
No, thanks. I work better alone.
Well, that's unfortunate. But should you need help, let us know. Well done indeed. Thanks to you, I was able to get some confidential information from the Sload research facility. The Sload are planning to retroactively rewrite the laws of Nirn by taking advantage of the time breach caused by the Numidium effect and Namalakite's cognitive effects. And the key to this is the God of Worms. They intend to use Manimarco's corpse as a vessel to make the God of Worms manifest on Nirn. Our goal remains the same, stopping their plans. Let's hurry. From the look of this city, the ritual has already begun. It's a divine form Mannimarco, the King of Worms, crafted for himself during the warp in the west. Thankfully, it has no inherent consciousness, since the Gills separated it from Mannimarco's mortal form. It is now called the Necromancer's Moon, and its only effect is that it eclipses Arche every 8 days. It does have a certain influence on Nirn. But if the Sload's plan succeeds, it will hide Arche forever. We must not let such a thing happen. I must have underestimated the Sload's rationalism. They sacrificed their own people for the God of Worms ritual. The Sload decided more than one nation would benefit from the God of Worms. They aren't picky about choosing their means to an end. Such is the way of the Sload. If you could see it with their eyes, you'd know we'll never be compatible with them. He seemed like a very skilled mage fighter. From the way he spoke Cyrodiilic, I'd also say he must be from some very noble house. It's unfortunate he didn't join us, but we cannot force him to do so. Mnemolycite is described as crystallized memories, but this is not entirely accurate. That is more of a mistranslation from the Droid language. If translated correctly, this name merely describes the process by which perceptual information becomes a fixed memory. It's not a tangible substance. But perhaps it is our misunderstanding that allowed Mnemolycite to materialize, and it has retroactively changed the Droch history and society. He seems to have recovered well. I wanted him to rest some more in a safe area, but he insisted on being brought here. He is a former soldier and a skilled warrior. Rest assured, he will not slow us down.
All right.
I am Athanasius, Keeper of Stendarr of the Holy Pipers branch. Pleased to meet you. Our main task is to travel the land, spread the teachings of Stendarr, and provide assistance to the less fortunate. We've accompanied the Solitude Navy to this sea to help rescue anyone in distress. But you've seen what happened. We were too optimistic. Many of my friends were killed by monsters. They were all good people, and it's all my fault. Most of the Holy Pipers are not fighters, but I am a former soldier. I used to serve in the Imperial Legion during the Great War, and was there when we recaptured the Imperial City. For the sake of everyone who died, I offer you my life and my skills to put them to good use. When we took the Imperial City from the Thalmor, the devastation was as horrific as if oblivion descended on it. That sight changed my life. Only the teachings of Stendarr guided me through my despair. Protection without discrimination, that resonated with me. The reality is what it is. I am still alive, and I don't want to give up just yet if there is a possibility for a better world. I apologize for my lack of education. I don't know what it is. All I can guess by its name is that it must be derived from Nemo-Li. I heard that the Mages Guild defeated Mannimarco in the Third Era, so why now? Did the Sload foresee this strange situation? They were too well prepared. He seems quite old for a soldier, and the way he speaks, that's how members of the Imperial upper class speak. He behaves like a senator, but why would someone in such a position end up here?
All right then.
It's a pleasure to see you're still alive. Praise be to Arcane. Necromancy is blasphemy unto Arcane. The Necromancer's moon keeps illuminating the depths and desecrating the dead. How could we stand by and let their schemes go unchecked? No, we must work together to stop the Sload and their plans. According to Mankar Hul, Nemalachite is a materialized idea. It can also reconstruct existence from memory, according to perception. But the restored object is warped compared to the original. Mankar Hul says this is because memories are uncertain. His magic skills are not quite as excellent as Master Vanus, but he comes close. He also seemed to be quite skilled in melee combat, leaving no gaps in his combat style. He's recovered enough to walk on his own. Strangely, he seems to be willing to help us. His Master Vanus said, "It's good to have friends. We become more formidable with every person who joins us."
What, you again? Stop getting in my way for no reason. Yes, I do, and let's just say there's not enough time in a day to tell you about Mannimarco's vileness to me. I must have been drawn to this time distortion because of that man. A rotten, disgusting pile of guts he is. I don't want to see Mannimarco's vile smile ever again, even if I have to completely break causality around here. I will not spend any more of my precious time talking to you. Now go.
You're finally here. I was getting fed up with this standoff. We must move on. We'll need to take a slightly more aggressive approach.
Never should have come here.
No armor is equal to the shell.
We've been stranded longer than expected. We should hurry. The ritual of descent has begun already. By now, he would have reached the ritual site. Using us as a distraction was an excellent decision, and not something one can do easily. He should be able to buy us enough time to get there. He's a capable man, so I don't think we need to worry about him. I've been thinking about it a lot since the last time you asked, and my mind is starting to spin. Must be because of the birth and nature of the original Nemo Li. Nemo Li herself is a Magna G, but artificially created by someone. There are signs that her divinity was manufactured sometime after her creation. Considering that the Druch abhorred Nemo Li as a mosquito goddess, and that most of her lore is related to blood, Mnemolikite itself may be a scab-like object covering a wound that spans across time and space, caused by contradictory causality.
All right, then.
It was an intense battle, but thanks to you all, we survived. Scriptures of Maztiak say that perception transcends space and matter, and is even subject to mental activity in the flow of time. There are many who talk about Namalakite, but it is like the sun, something that needs no discussion. Menkar Hull used to warn that speaking needlessly about something takes away the truth. It seems he used us as bait for him to get ahead. A bit annoying, but I can understand. Menkar Hull watch over you.
It is only by Stendarr's guidance that we have all survived. Let us thank the gods. You needn't worry. My faith in Stendarr drives me. I can still fight. No, but I remember that sarcastic tone now. He must be a member of the House Tharn.
Until next time.
You're late. The ritual has already started. Quickly, come help.
This will be the final battle. Come on, let's go. Ill-tempered mooks. Now all that remains is to close this portal. Well then, Mr. Battlemage, will you help us?
Of course. I'm fed up with having to see Manamarco's face. What's going on? The portal isn't closing.
Oh, this is bad. The god of worms has already manifested. Get away!
It's as if I have been having a nightmare. Now I wonder if I am awake at all. There never was any such thing. We just thought there was, so it acted in accordance. So who am I, and you? Am I in touch with the mystery now?
The Mimolokite maid seems to have returned to the sea. Dervish, the hero of Had, must have come to get her when we weren't looking. I really don't know, but the novelists of the Emirates of Nod will be able to fill in the blanks. I can't wait to read their new stories. We Drach value imagination above all else, you know. Of course, the Mimolokite maid is back where she belongs. Mankar Hull will be pleased.
What? I have no intention of getting used to you people. Working with the half-giantess and the bearded Red Guard would have been much better. What disgusting memories. You and I will never meet again. You don't need to bother knowing who I am.
The god of worms has fallen. The Sload and necromancer plot has been foiled at last. I remember her being here, but now she's gone. That must mean that she's outside our perception and has ceased to exist as a result. She must have been delaying the distortion radiating from the time breach. But now that we are here to close the breach, she is no longer needed. Repair the time breach. It will close if we reduce temporal discrepancies. Each of us knows exactly what to do. The Mnemolokite maid returned to the sea and the time breach was exposed. It's as if everything was a dream.
It means that the Mnemolokite's maid's dream is over, and so it's time for me to leave too. I am proud to have fought with you shoulder by shoulder for a little while.
Do not grieve, my friends. He is but a shadow of a memory. He has merely returned to the sea. Now, Senator Abnor Tharn, what are you planning to do next? Wouldn't you like to sit down and have tea with us?
Absolutely not. I'll die of old age by the time the elf stops bragging about himself. I'll leave soon. I have a lot of work to do.
I think that's for the best. The time breach does seem to involve your presence here.
I don't need you to point that out to me. It was my plan all along, but thank you for the help.
The time breach disappeared, and the imaginary mineral Mnemolokite will soon dissolve in water. Well, it's time for me to bid you farewell. If there's anything you still want to talk about, please do so now. I seem to have more time than Yukba, probably because both my memories and personality have been transferred to this turtle form. There's no longer any point in discussing it in detail. If it does ever appear again, it's unlikely to possess the same properties. Its state of being varies according to our perception at the time, and that makes it impossible to hold a general discussion about it. I don't know. Perhaps I was Manamako's memory. We used to be quite awfully attached to each other back in the day. This turtle form holds a memory of myself that will soon vanish. I, as I am, will simply return to the sea of memories. Perhaps it is because I've already died before, but I have no fear. I realize that I am simply a single point in the cycle of sleeping and waking. Be that as it may, you will understand one day. Even if this was nothing more than a dream, I feel no anger or humiliation. All I feel is joy.
I understood what the sound of your pipe means. Stendar, you are merciful after all. I glimpsed a spark of radiance at the end of the sea of possibilities. Namolokite's findings led me to a new truth. Thoughts are there, but no brain to think them. There is no beating heart, but there is a time marked by heartbeat. I found the Tower of Blood where Nimoli resided. I have attained radiance. Surely I will traverse all the paths, all for the sake of the dreaming god.